We're live.
There we are. We are live. Everybody, let's say it together.
Aloha!
There's a whole bunch of people watching us up there. Welcome to the Institute of Magnificence, and better known as the home for Center for Spiritual Living, Kauai. And this beautiful lady in red is Rita Andriello Feren, and I'm Patrick Feren, and we are the spiritual directors and founders of this wonderful, wonderful place.
Yes. So before we start our meditation, I just want to give a call out to Ruth Doobie. She turned 98 yesterday, and we just bless her. Woo, Ruth!
And she's usually watching, so just in case she is, I think we ought to give her a little something, don't you?
Can we give her a little happy birthday?
Do you know happy birthday?
This is for you, Ruth. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ruth. We love you. Happy birthday to you. I had to do that. How many times do we turn 98? She's great.
Once.
All right. While Kyle's getting ready for what's happening next, I'll just walk over here and start to center us. So today's theme is love leads the way, or love points the way, whichever way you want to look at it. So let's just take a few moments to center in that thought that love points the way, and knowing that we are each that love, that magnificence, that power, that presence, and just sit in the center of your heart space, just breathing in and out from your heart and allowing that love that you are to infuse you right here and right now.
this moment, in this place, I remember who I am, letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only
Right here in this place at this time is the power, the presence, and the love of God. Moving in and through all things, seen and unseen, is this one presence. And so we align ourselves with this now. We bring ourselves into conscious awareness of this truth and allow it to move through us in magnificent ways. I give thanks that right here and right now, Spirit is moving in and through the body temple, releasing anything unlike the divine pattern of perfection from which it was created. I give thanks that even now, everything is coming together for the highest good of all. Even now, divine abundance is flowing in and through all things, bringing forth the perfect support for everything that we are creatively expressing in the world. Right here it is done. Giving thanks that the love of Spirit is moving in and through all relationships, healing past, present, and future, all of them perfect right here and right now. And so from this place in our hearts, we center ourselves, we allow this service to unfold in the most magnificent way as we are here to give and receive the love of Spirit. And so it is.
when I lose myself, when I feel I've lost my way, when I go inside and quiet my mind, I hear Spirit gently say, there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love.
Thank you, Kyle and Louise. Thank you, Reverend Diane, for the beautiful opening treatment. Thank you, thank you.
There is only
Love.
Happy
And-
Valentine's.
Yeah, and we have an affirmation that we need to do right now, if you care to join me. It is that our affirmation for the month, I know that love leads the way always.
I know that love leads the way always.
One more time. I know that love leads the way always. Yeah, good. That's
Beautiful.
wonderful. So I think we have someone coming up here who's going to tell us what he thinks the science of mind is. And who could it be?
We have this new little new little thing we do here. Instead of us telling you all the time, we thought we'd just start randomly
Picking people.
4 days in advance. But to let you know, come on down, Kyle. Look at him. He's stepping away from it.
There you go.
You know, there's a big difference between here and there.
So tell us what you think.
Well, what do you want to know about me?
No, I want
wanna
to
know
know
about
what you
science
think
of mind
the
and
science of mind
Yes.
is.
I've met these two beautiful souls. I've known you for a long time now, and I used to work at the UPS store at Kauai Grove. Just a simple box packer, that's all. Okay. I'd get their mail, I'd see them coming in, I'd get their mail, they'd always talk story. They crossed my path at the Courtyard Marriott. It's now Sheraton behind Long's. Rita danced, I believe, either Beautiful Kauai or Hanale Moon.
It
Do you
was
remember
probably
which song it
beautiful
was?
Kauai.
Wow.
They're like, it's the box packer.
I didn't know you actually had a title.
When they walk in. So next time they come into the UPS store, they're like, hey, so let me see what it feels like to lean on this thing. Yeah. We had this really good idea. Patrick
wouldn't-
never has good ideas, right?
I
He just
would
had this
never
really good
I
idea.
wouldn't get too comfy.
They say, hey, we want you to come and play at our church. And I said, I'm kind of busy. I was doing gigs at night, kind of just creating my own life the way that you all are too. And I still am, and being here has really opened up. It's even more powerful the way that I feel that I can be in control. As we like to say, we do falter, we do, and I just try to remind myself, pick yourself back up. And just being here, being able to share these songs that I've been learning, I actually was sharing this with Rita and Patrick, that they're so uplifting and they're so powerful, and I don't know, am I like half-heartedly doing it up there for you? I hope you don't feel like that, right?
No.
Put everything I am into it, and it's not a coincidence that these words that I'm resonating over and over again to the universe, it's paying so much attention, right? We know that, right? So a couple years went by. They asked again, hey, you want to come play at church? I was like, I'm still, thank you for considering me, but I'm a little busy.
He was a church scarer. He was scared of the church.
I had played it on worship teams long ago. Yeah.
This must have been quite
I had to
a
say
shock.
that. No, it's not. COVID hits, our best friend COVID, and here comes Patrick again. Hey, Kyle,
What you doing?
how's it going? Is everything good? Maybe you have some free time now. You might want to come in. And I was like, it's time. Sure. I actually have free time. And
Thank you so much, Kyle.
and I'm so thankful that I did, because
Yeah.
So are we.
I've met so many wonderful people, and I'm very emotional. I might cry. I won't cry. I might. I love life, and meeting so much people. The world is just, it's giving me so much, and I'm learning better how to receive from being here. Every time I'm here, whatever your message might be, however straight to the point you might be, or however roundabout you might be, it always comes together, and I find myself so fulfilled. It's like, yes, I can do this. I'm sharing some of these songs at my weekly gigs, and sending the energy out there too, where people might not be listening as intently as here, but we're still going to drive it home to them, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Whether or not it's up to them. Took COVID for me to get here,
Thank you, COVID.
but I'm here. Real quickly, I tell you, COVID did hurt a lot of people. It did, and it helped some people, and I'll tell you why. one of my gigs, it was cool to be playing. I just had a gig at where I play now still, at Cabana Bar and Grill. When my good friend Christina Colburn opened that restaurant, it was just so slow. She would pay me, and I'd just be like, I can't take your money. There's 2 people that came in here. You know, she's like, don't worry about it. We're fine. She's like, just carefree. COVID hit. It's an outdoor restaurant. It didn't have to close. And people just flocked there. And now Friday nights there is just,
Wow.
It's an amazing, amazing place. Even with all the other restaurants and hotels open, people still seem to find their way there. And I'm thankful for it. That restaurant is thriving. It's alive and it's well. And I'm there. Come and see me on Fridays. My plug. But CSL, I love it. And
do you see us moving in?
I love, yeah. Wrap it up. You asked me up here. But no, thank you to all of you, and thank you to both
Yeah,
of
but
you.
what you didn't tell them is now you're a full-time musician, aren't you? You're no longer a box packer, are you?
Oh yes, I'm not a box packer. It was 2 Julys ago that I
Yeah.
gave it up, and yeah, just full-time musician. My day job is a ukulele instructor now. So
Yeah.
You're fabulous. Oh, we love you.
I like how uncomfortable you are with the mic. It's very, very. But we're going to talk later about Patrick's message roundabout. We will talk about that and direct to the point. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Is that all you got from that? Okay.
No. Wow. I thought this was a place, a sanctuary, a place of worship.
We love you, Patrick. Don't forget about this, though. What is it? That right there.
This isn't our first day. Actually, we're on our 10th anniversary, by the way. 10 years we've been on this island. Wow. Oh, and this was the one that you were supposed to get. Dang.
no, oh, you know what? 10 years.
Yes.
This is another reason why I feel so aligned with them. Even though I fought it for so long, it is my 10th year of being a musician on the island.
Ah, nice. Yeah, that was perfect. 10.
We're right on course.
Wow, wow. Where were we? Anyway, anybody else want to talk? Come on, get on here. So anyway, this is when we find out who is here for the very first time and are wondering why they are here. And, we know we said, oh, look at the 3 people. You know how we know you're, by your shells. Who else is here for the very first time? Nice. You got something to say? So anyway, back to our spiritual thing. No, this is what we want to tell you about being here for the first time. We're always like this, and sometimes even more. So if that resonates with you, then welcome. We're so glad that you chose to come here. Time is a very precious thing, and as you get more mature, you believe that even more, how precious time is. And so for you to decide that you're going to spend the next 3 hours with us, then there's a really a warm place in my heart. Wow, look at the faces. 3 hours. This is like a club. Okay, so here's what's going on. We just want you to know that we come here every week to celebrate our magnificence. And since this is year 10, we've decided that we're not going to just be magnificent. We're going to magnify it and be even more and more of what we already are. So that is wonderful. So let's say it together, shall we? And we have people watching too, and I know there's a few people that are new on there too. And I just want to say hello to PJ in the Philippines. PJ in the Philippines. And she watches us every week. And she does little snippets of brilliant messages that are given. and she puts them on for us. So it's been a really nice thing. And we spoke with her. She says, I'm learning so much about so many things by watching. So I know that you're probably on or you'll watch later. So let's give her a big aloha.
Aloha, PJ.
So let's put our hands on our heart and let's just let ourselves know that we are magnificent. I am magnificent. And then we're going to take in this entire room and we're going to bring it in and say, we are magnificent. Ooh, and take a nice moment wherever you are just to say, you are magnificent to anyone around you. And I'll say, you are magnificent that just walked in.
You are magnificent.
Welcome, welcome.
You are magnificent.
What?
You are magnificent.
Yeah. Please, come in.
May you have auspiciousness and
first,
causes
Benny.
of success. May you have the confidence to always do your best. May you take no effort in you being generous, sharing what you can, nothing more, nothing less. May you know the meaning of the word happiness. May you always lead from the beating in your chest. May you be treated like an esteemed guest. May you get to rest, may you catch your breath. And may the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. Whoa. And may the road less paved be the road that you follow. Whoa. Well, here's to the hearts you're gonna break. Here's to the lives you're gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. And I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we're gonna have. You don't need money, we got a free pass. Here's to the fact that I'd be sad without you. And I want you to have it all. 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 May you be as fascinating as a slap bracelet. May you keep the chaos and the clutter off your desk. May you have unquestionable health and less stress. Having no possessions, though immeasurable wealth. May you get a gold star on your next test. May your education be always correct. And may you win prizes shining like diamonds. May you really own it each moment to the next. May the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. Whoa. And may the road less paved be the road that you follow. Well, here's to the hearts you're gonna break. Here's to the lives you're gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. And I want you to have it. Here's to the good times we're gonna have. You don't need money, you got a free pass. Here's to the fact that I'd be sad without you. And I want you to have it all. I want you to have it all. Yeah, I want you to have it all. I want you to have it all. Whoa, I know that we have it all. I know that we have it all. I know we have it all. Here's to the hearts you're gonna break. Here's to the lives that you're gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I know that you have it. Here's to the good times we're gonna have. You don't need money, we got a free pass. Here's to the fact that I'll be sad without you. And I know that you have it all. I know that we have it all. Yeah, I know that we have it all. I know we have it all. Sing with me, come on. Oh, we know that we have it all. We know that we have it all. We know that we have it all. So here's to the good times we're gonna have. Here's to you always making us laugh. Here's to the fact that I'll be sad without you. I want you to have it. I know that you have it. I know that you have it. I know that you have it all.
Ah. There we go. I didn't know I had a lyric in there for me. That was nice.
You see, like that eye contact?
Yes, always, always. In a roundabout way. Oh, see, when you come in a little later, you miss that one little punchline. And for those who've just walked in, we just want to say welcome, welcome, welcome. And we should let them know, in case they don't, that they're magnificent, shall we? You are magnificent. There you go. Wow. It's all about love, love, love. Who likes love? Yes, yes. So I've been given a message all week. I was hearing this little small voice that gets louder and louder and louder. And it was saying, love yourself, Patrick, like your life depended on it. And it does. Love yourself like your life depended on it. Wow. I could leave right now, but we all know that won't be happening. But love yourself. I love that. And then it's not just love yourself, but love. But you know me, I like to start with love yourself because I always know for an absolute spiritual fact that if I do not love myself first, there's not a possibility for me ever to really love you or love anyone in this world or in my relationship. And so that took me a long time to somewhat discover that because I knew that I wasn't taught to love yourself first. I remember I always have to say, bring up my wonderful mom, who when I told her, I said, Mom, I'm learning to love myself. And she says, oh, that's wonderful, just not too much. And so I know what she meant because we get trapped in these words. We get trapped in words that say this is that and this means that. And it's interesting because we all define everything differently, don't we? Right? So my question for us all today is love a choice? I believe it is because we all love differently. We all love in different ways. But what is not a choice about love is our identity. I don't get to choose whether I get to choose how I express love as love, but I cannot run away from who I truly am. Some people call it God, some people call it good, some people call it lots of, and you know what's great about it? This presence, this incredible love presence that I call this love energy, this love force, doesn't really care what you call it. That's us. That's us coming up with lots of names. And it was just so interesting because I was doing a lot of checking new people out on the internet, you know, just checking out what's everybody doing? How's everybody loving out there? How's everybody not loving? And then I just go past that. And I came up with this wonderful quote by this gentleman. He's actually a family member now, Dawson Church. Give it up for Dawson. He's like a family, Dawson and Christine, and they're all becoming family now. Is that they came last year and then they stayed he even helped us put up the tree because he's very tall, and he was able to help us decorate the tree, and it was wonderful. But he has several books out, and we're going to get to know him in our future. We're going to make sure that happens because, you know, he's right up there with Joe Dispenza and the whole group. And so I cannot keep him a secret for long. But this is what he said in his book, Mind to Matter. Every moment is the moment you decide. Will I be that magnificence, or will I continue to pretend I'm less than what I know I am? Now, let's hear it again, right, so we can land it? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Every moment is the moment you decide, will I be that magnificence, or will I continue to pretend I'm less than what I know I am? Wow. I bet Dawson's saying I said that? 'Cause I think when you write a lot of books and stuff, it's like, wow, you plucked that out, and that person knew what he was talking about. But I really do believe that's what I mean about that we are loved no matter what, because we sometimes forget, don't we? We sometimes forget that it's such a power. It is such a force. And sometimes people, not anybody in this room, but for myself, I've thought of love as kind of passive. And it is so far from passive. It is a healer. It is the very force that keeps us grounded as this planet is spinning around. Isn't that amazing when you think about it? That we are like spinning right now. And I'm like, wow. And you have to go above it, right? To be able to look at what's really happening out in space. And then we have that same space within ourselves. And so I was really thinking about that idea of what keeps us from loving fully, what keeps me guarded. And my greatest thing is that lovely thing called our emotional armor that we put up, because I want to make sure you don't fully know who I am. Because if you do, you might hurt me. And if you do, maybe you might use that against me, because we're taught this incredible thing about defending yourself. And as I have matured, I'm loving the idea and the spiritual fact for my own life that I'm taking off the armor. And what I was noticing is that sometimes, have you ever been thinking you didn't need your armor, and you walk in all open, and then, and then all of a sudden you're going, wow. And somebody will say something to you, or something will hurt your feelings, or you'll sit there and go, wow, I should have armored up. Because you went in all open. We've all, yeah, I see the heads, right? It's like, yeah, because I'm a pretty, I like to think, open, trusting person. So I usually walk in, and I'm usually not very quiet. I know you have a hard time believing that. But how I am, I'm not going to come up to you and talk, but if you do come up to me and you start talking, I'm yours. I'm yours. You're going to hear it all, because that's how Patrick rolls. And some of it I feel that I know that I can pause a little more. I'm learning to pause just a little more. Not because I'm afraid, but because the more I pause, the more I can listen and I can hear. And there's a lot of gems out there. That's how I heard that incredible voice within saying, love yourself, Patrick. Your life depends on it. And I believe that in every ounce of my being. And the reason it depends on it is because when I don't love and I don't immerse myself in that energy, in that field, I get sick. Physically, I get sick. Just because, and it's not just get sick that way, but I get emotionally. And I get this thing that just needs to protect. So let's talk about this armor for just a moment. I never even knew I had it on, actually, that much, until I, fell in love with, last week I told you about Frankel. I fell in love with him, and Brene Brown. We've all know how my little relationship with her is. Fantasies unwinding in my mind. I love her because, I like her because she's not in that kind of way, Rita. I like, it's Brene Brown and Joe Dispenza for us in our household. That's who we compete with. But I realized that armor, and she talks about it a lot, putting up the armor. And I love this idea that we have our armor on so much that when we go home, nobody around, we can just flip the armor off, right? We don't, because it takes so much time to put it on. So we just leave it on, because I'm going to need it in the morning when I go out in the world. What would it be like if you don't wear your armor? That's cool. I mean, you'll look great. Doesn't matter. But for me, I put it on less and less and less, because I want to dare to trust. My big word is trust. I have to know that no matter what you think of me or you say about me or anything, that I can trust that I'm going to be okay because I'm love. And love never stops loving. Love shows up everywhere I go.
I have a question. Do you think love is a choice? Because I think it's more like a blind wild horse that takes you on a ride that you have no control of.
Oh, well, that's nice. Well, that makes you have yours and I have mine, right? And thank you for, thank you for putting it out there. That's new. Today's like one of those days but I do believe that expressing love, like I said in the beginning, is a choice.
You don't never have a choice when you fall in love. It's not like you choose to fall.
Okay, so you're fairly new to this teaching, so let me just tell you a little bit about the teaching. We always, in our teaching and in my life, always have a choice, no matter what. It doesn't have to resonate with you, but I'm just saying that we always have a choice. So I stay with that 100%. Whether or not, I don't have a choice of what you think or what you do, but I have a choice of how I receive it. That's all it's about. And I know that when I have fallen in love, it feels like I don't have any choice. I know it felt like it until I wasn't in love anymore with that, and then I had a choice to get out. And so, yeah, it's a very, very wonderful question. Yeah, that's great. And I think that what it really tells us is proves the point that everybody defines it differently. So there is no one way to answer it. If you believe that there are certain ways and certain things in life that you don't have a choice about, then that's a choice. Everything's a choice, right? It's a choice. And I love that. I mean, just think if we all thought the same. That would be horrible, right? Unless you thought like me. Then you'd be complete. But hey, I'm kidding. Yeah. But I think this thing about love is, I have a choice. Here's another one, and everyone will probably jump on this one. This is being recorded, isn't it? That we do always have a choice in how we respond to our lives. And some people think that there's not a choice in loving yourself. I know a lot of people who do not believe that they could love themselves, what I'm talking about. That kind of self-love, that falling in love with self. And why I'm such a love yourself person is because it didn't work the other way. It didn't work when I went out to find love, went out to get love, went out to get anything. And I couldn't maintain that with myself. So when you left me, my life was over. If I left you, I thought your life was over. Right? For a minute. Or two, or three, or four. Last week we talked about, thank you again. Thank you again.
I think you remember my father, Joe Lysalski, Papa Joe.
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah, and my brother Sean.
We know them well. We were with them a lot towards the end. Welcome.
They love your sermon a little too much.
These are the now I get the relation between father and son. Yeah, yeah. It's all coming back to me. Now, this is what's called, no matter what happens, if you love yourself, you're in a nice place. Because then anything can. We absolutely love Sean and absolutely love Papa Joe. So let's go over to Frankl for a minute. I started with him last week, and I just wanted to talk about Viktor Frankl because he's my hero in love. He's my hero about how courageous it takes to love. Rita was talking last week that it was that falling in love is like this great and wonderful experience, and it is. But he had the kind of love that took a lot of courage. And the reason that love takes courage for me is because you always take a risk when you love. And even with my little cat that I got my tat cat on my, that I was in love with, if you've been around, our Prince Krishna, who was my little baby, and I wasn't afraid to say it, or even afraid when the guy went to put the tat on me. Oh, you want a cat? And he's got tats all over him. And I all I know is that it was a risk to love, because I have this cat, and then he stays with us, and then he leaves us because he dies. And we know about losing in any form. And there's a part of me in anything. I'm just using Prince Krishna as that you go, wow, if I had never taken him home, I wouldn't feel this kind of pain right now. If I didn't risk the love. And so love is a very interesting thing, because it is so worth the risk. Even in the relationships that didn't work, even in the friends, it's not just relationships, in all of the things that I dared to love 100%, knowing that you may not love me back 100%. And I love you 100% even if you leave. I love you 100%. And it takes courage. So Viktor Frankl, we all know, and if you don't know, he was a psychologist that was in Auschwitz for 2 years, lost his wife, his family. And he's still, what I love about his courage, and I saw him speaking on a video, is he's like, I will not for a moment believe this nonsense that everybody's putting out, that you have to be unhappy, that you have to, that the world is really a cynical place, and that people are really out there going, just getting what they want, and all that focus on them, when there are so many wonderful, beautiful, powerful things happening in this world. And trust me, it's like a scientist. Establish premise in a hypothesis, right? Here it is. The world is a good place. Now go prove it. Go prove it. We're doing that in the radical radical class that we're doing. It's like taking a premise and don't argue for its limitation right out of the bat. It's so easy to disprove. It's so easy. I can disprove anything. Just go out in the world. But can you prove that the world is good? Can you prove that your life is happening in a way? But what about this and what about that? Oh. On the Thursday night class, it's wonderful. We say no arguing for your limitations. And it's beautiful. And if you do, then we have a little thing set up in the seat, and it goes, oh my gosh, it is working so well. Because, and it'll get you on the yeah, but, on the butt. So, now for you online, so you can stop emailing me immediately, we don't really have one of those things. So this is what he said while he was, oh, this is quite a day. What? So, and listen, it's only 2.5 hours more, so you guys are good. Okay, so here's the thing. During his time in Auschwitz, Frankl claimed that it was his ability to love others that gave his life meaning, and that love can survive even in the most intolerable of human conditions. He went on to say, because it is through the enduring power of love that we find true fulfillment. You are asked, when you go in these camps, to strip down to nothing. And for you to be able to sit in a cell, and that's just not that, and be able to say that the only way I can get through this is to love. Love. Wow. It takes your breath away. It takes your breath away. And I also heard this, I was just all into this week. Master, I gotta say his name, Master Shihang Yi, young Buddhist monk. And I just kind of followed him for a couple hours on his stuff. And he was talking about, he was in robes. And he said, this is how I am representing myself to you. Because why? We'll probably think he's more holy, he's got it down. Oh, there's the monk robes. You know, he says, but what happens when you take away my title, take away my robes, and I'm standing in the shower And I love this. Who am I? Who am I? When you're not doctor this, reverend that, good husband, bad husband, all your identities. And I did it just as an exercise, and I just stripped away everything that I thought Patrick was to the best of my ability, because there's a couple things I hung on to. My humor and my stuff like that. But what happens if I didn't have that? Then you take that away, and then you go, well, who's that? And you don't take, and you take this, and you start taking it away, and then you're standing in the shower, and I went, who am I? And he's saying, you're even more than that. Because you take away this, you take away the flesh, you take away that. Oh, then your particles. Then you take away the particles, and then it goes into this, and then you're reborn like that little baby's back there talking to us. Does that make sense? And then you find out, and I said, what if I was in the shower, not talking to him, but I was just in the shower, and I said, and I just went like that, and I went, who are you, Patrick? And then that's when I touched on love. Love. That's who I am. Wow, how nice, right? So, Xiangyi. I love that love is a cosmic force whose sweep is irresistible. Can you imagine? Love is a cosmic force whose sweep is irresistible. So I have homework for you, which I never give on Sundays, by the way. And you can be like all students. You either do it or you don't. And guess what? You're not going to hurt my feelings. But I will come after you if you do not do this. No. And this is it. How many of you intend to buy a Valentine card for somebody this year? Or a note, or a hand, So, you're in trouble. Who's not giving one here? And here's the other thing. So, or buy or make or do whatever you want. I know they're $5 and blah, 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 blah. I buy cards too, but here's what I want you to do. I want you to go buy a Valentine's Day card for yourself. I want you to walk in the store. I already see the looks. And Wayne Hill, I'm paying $5.55 on. But if you ain't worth $5.55, I don't know why anyone else is going to think you're worth $5.55. I want you to walk into that store. And I want you to walk in there, and I want you to go to that card section, and I want you to pick out a card to the love of your life, which is yourself. And if you can't do that, that's okay. I'll just judge you. I just want to throw everybody to know that I have a choice. So the idea for that, I think, is quite clear. That if you can't buy yourself a Valentine's Day card and to the love of your life, then who can you buy it for? And if you agree with me, fabulous. If you don't, I'm good too. That means I have to go buy one, right? So that means Rita won't be getting one this year. I don't, because they're $5.49. I mean, remember the cards? That's what they're. So who thinks that's a good idea? Just a show of hands. Yeah. Yeah, why not, right? And then next week, let me know, and then I'll just point you out. And no, I won't. Oh, that's right. If we're buying our own cards, then we don't have to buy each other one. Wow. So anyway, with that, I'll ask you one question, and one question only as I end. Will you be my Valentine? Okay. Unconditionally? I think you do that. I think you do that every Sunday you come here. It's always unconditional. Namaste.
It's okay, not a single thing needs to change. We can be the light that don't fade away. Mm, 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 mm. I wish you could see what I see when I'm seeing you. And I want you to know how I know I believe in you. No one can do what you do when you get me through. So I wish you could see what I see when I'm seeing you. I could hold you like this all day. Didn't get much sleep, it's okay. Not a single thing needs to change. We can be the light that don't fade away. Babe. Baby, we can keep our own time. Forget about what's going on outside. People say that nothing gold can stay. We can be the light that don't fade away. I wish you could see what I see when I'm seeing you. And I want you to know how I know I believe in you. 'Cause no one can do what you do when you pull me through. So I wish you could see what I see when I'm seeing you. I could hold you like this all day. Didn't get much sleep, it's okay. Not a single thing needs to change. We can be the light that don't fade away. So I wish you could see what I see when I'm seeing you. And I want you to know how I know I believe in you. 'Cause no one can do what you do when you pull me through. So I wish you could see what I see when I'm seeing you.
I mean, I hadn't heard the words before you sang it. See how much I trust you? I didn't even look it up. Because you get it. Thank you, Louise, too. That's perfect. I want to be the light that never fades. Who wants to be a light that never fades? No matter what. Yeah. We are. And what I've been noticing this week is I'm going through some stuff with a friend. And what I'm noticing is how entangled we are. And I know that's a scientific fact that we're all entangled. And everything that's happening in Turkey right now, everything happening in Syria, all those lives that have been lost, we're all entangled. All, everything that's happened. And it's been a rough decade, as far as I'm concerned, between political upheaval and all this stuff. And we're all entangled. And we like to point out and say, oh, well, we're entangled with that too, that beauty and that purity. All of it. It's all one thing. No matter what we want to say or how we want to point our finger or how we want to disengage or whatever we want to do to remove ourselves from the pain, we're still entangled. And what I found is that there is a way. And our talk title today is Love Leads the Way. Or love points the way, as Ernest Holmes would say, although I think he said love leads the way too. But what does that mean? What does it mean that love leads the way? It sounds like so esoteric. But the way it leads the way for me is how we choose to be entangled, like how we choose to our thoughts, how we choose to think about the situations, how we choose to think about the people, even those that we might think are atrocious or whatever they are. How do we choose to look at the outcome? How do we choose to embody the outcome and really feel it and infuse ourselves with the outcome? How are we doing that? Because as we're doing that, we're affecting this entanglement. We're affecting what's happening. We think we might not be, that we're not powerful, but we are. And if we can be the light that never fades, oh my God, what we can do. And that's who we are. Like Patrick said, love is not about an emotion. An emotion of love is an effect of love. But what we truly are is love. We cannot escape that. Like he said, we are love. We are. And how we choose to use it or express it, not even use it, express it is a choice. It is a choice. And when we're carried away by love, that's just a mirror coming back to us, telling us who we are. And so we feel that overcome feeling, like I talked about last week, that honeymoon effect that Bruce Lipton talks about. So, yes, but then we get to choose what we're going to do with it. How are we going to do it? What are we going to do? Who do we choose to be love? I don't even want to get into that. What I want to get into is what it is and the people that have actually been entangled and done things in this world that were put upon and persecuted and all of this stuff, and yet we're able to stand in love. And there's one particular one I'm thinking about right now is Joan of Arc, who was burnt at the stake, if you know her story, right? A woman, 17 years old, who went to war for her country because she felt like that was what she was supposed to do. God called her to do that. And no matter how much she was persecuted, she still continued. And when she was finally put to death, the one thing she said that I thought was like amazing, and I actually have it memorized, so it doesn't matter, but she said, I was born to do this. I place trust in God, my creator, in all things. I love him with all my heart. And she said, please hold the crucifix up so I can look at it while being consumed in the flames. That's what she said, because she was, tried by the Inquisition. And she so believed in herself and her cause and her love that she knew, even in that moment, that that's who she was, and that was, she was meeting her death, obviously, but she knew more than that. And I was like, wow, how could I do that? Could I stand so much in truth? And I looked at all the people who, Martin Luther King, Jesus, Gandhi, all these people that were persecuted and yet stood in their love and let love lead their way. And it wasn't easy, but they all said these things. Jesus, a new commandment I give unto you, that you love one another as I loved you, that you also love one another. Gandhi, whenever you are confronted with an opponent, conquer him with love. Martin Luther King, I have decided to stick with love. Hate is too great a burden to bear. And then Saint Teresa of Lisieux, whatever be the character of life or its unexpected events, to the heart that loves, all is well. So no matter what is happening in our life, no matter what we think that we're up against, we have that to call up within ourselves. We have it at all times. And I am watching a friend right now going through what I call is a persecution and being, you can talk about it to me later, but I'm looking at this person and I'm looking at him and he's just walking with love through the whole thing. He's just walking with love. He doesn't care because he knows who he is. How many of us know who we are with that much strength that we could walk through anything and say, yes, this is who I am love, and I stick to it and hold the cross up because that's what I believe in, and I know that that's what I'm dying for, and therefore, this is who I am. So love is not a passive thing. Love is a force. Ernest Holmes was right. It is a cosmic force whose sweep is irresistible. And these times that we're being called upon, and they seem like they're getting darker every moment as we look around ourselves, this is a big shift that's happening. This is a big change that we're going through. And if we don't stick to the love, if we don't be the light that never fades, we're not going to make it. But I know we are going to make it. I really do. And I count on that, and I know it because I know that that love is more forceful than anything else. So it's been like a week. And one of the things I just want to say too is that when you see these things going on in the world, if you can just take a breath and center in that place and send that thought out instead of the worst thought you can think of, which is it's always easy to go to the worst thought, right? Of what's going to happen to whatever is in the world. You know, if we can like send our love out to the people of Turkey right now and know that whatever they're going through, it's atrocious, it's horrible to think of the life that's being lost there. But if we can hold them in our embrace and hold them in our love and allow them to go through whatever they're going through, because we cannot control another person. We can't control another person ever, ever, ever. And we can't control their journey, but we can like encircle them with love and know that they have all the support that they require, that they have a comforter within them that rises within them. Those are the kind of thoughts we should be thinking. And because sympathy will get us nowhere. And then we should send our money, send whatever we're going to do. I mean, physically help. If we feel like getting like Anna Myers getting on a plane and going and helping, because she's that kind of person. Not I'm saying you should go to Turkey, but please, no, stay with us. But yeah, if that's our call, then we would do it, right? Plenty of people get on planes and go help other people, and many times, even just people closest to us. I've done that. I've gotten on a plane and just going, I got to go. So yeah, you'll be called to action, but your action will come from love. And that's where it should come from. It shouldn't, yeah, love can get angry sometimes, but I had to watch somebody today that I was very angry at. And I had to just sit there and listen to them and go, okay, beyond all that, you're really love. And I'm just going to allow myself to see that in you. Because if I can see that in you, maybe you'll see it in yourself. Right? So we matter. We are entangled. We are important. We are so important. And we have a lot of work to do. And it's good, like Ernest Holmes says, it should be like a great adventure to test this principle that says that what we put out comes back to us. It's a law of science. What we put up comes back to us. If we should have fun, yeah, fun. It should be a great adventure. Well, it's not always fun, but it is a great adventure to practice it and to like we're doing in our class. We're using affirmations. Everybody blows off affirmations. Oh, they don't really work. The only reason they don't really work is because you don't feel them. And if your affirmation for whatever it is comes from the heart of your soul, you know, if from feeling, then it has to work. I know it does because I've proven it myself. So I love the Valentine idea that you gave, and you don't have to buy it, Stream. You could make it. It's okay, all right? But yeah, because it all starts here first, right? It starts here first. There's no getting away from it, and you know, and as Dr. Joe says, Dr. Joe Dispenza, if our thoughts can make us sick, our thoughts can make us well. That is the truth, and the question is, you know, what are we going to do with our thoughts, right? And I know there's many people here that have proven what I just said to be a fact. I know it. And people that have gone through atrocities that have been able to come through the other end because they're love and they know they're love. So that's my prayer for this week and my treatment. And I'm just going to take a moment to do that and just breathe in this beautiful energy that we all have come together to create here today, together as one. That energy, I know, is the power and presence of love. We can call it whatever we want. It is very infusion of who and what we are. There's nothing and no one that can take that away from us. It is who we are. It is our identity. It is moving through us. It is breathing through every cell in our body, through every part of our soul, our organs, whatever you want to call it into, it's there. You cannot leave us. It is love. It is the power, a cosmic force whose sweep is irresistible. It is shifting this planet right here and right now as each of us take that love and live it in the best way possible that we know uniquely and expressing it in all its honor and all its glory as our life now. I know this is the truth. I claim it. I accept it. I allow it. I give thanks for it. And I release my word as law. I let it be as we affirm together. And so it is.
'Cause I wish you could see what I see when I'm seeing you. And I want you to know how I believe in you. 'Cause no one can do what you do when you get me through. So I wish you could see what I see when I'm seeing you. I could hold you like this all day. Didn't get much sleep, it's okay. Not a single thing needs to change. We can be the light that don't fade. Baby, we can keep our own time. Forget about what's going on outside. People say that nothing gold can stay. We can be the light that don't fade away. Babe. Babe. Babe.
I love that song.
I love
Thank
it.
you. Thank
I
you,
love
both of you. Yeah. So this is our time of giving back, of practicing the law of giving and receiving. And I'm so grateful, Patrick's so grateful, this whole center is so grateful for the donations that come in here online, those that have reoccurring donations. Thank you so much. We are moving forward this year. We are moving this year. And we are excited this year. So thank you for all the energy that you put in to our basket and everywhere. Thank
That's
you.
it. And for
Yeah.
those online, Rob wants us to know that there is Venmo on up the right. That's and then Venmo down below. Push, 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 push. Subscribe, subscribe. Donate if you feel like you've been fed. Just donate. It's all there for you.
All that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be. It's a blessing, it's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all. And all that I am, all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be. It's a blessing, it's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all. So I lift up my hands now, and I open my heart, and my gratitude goes out to everything near and far, and all that I am, all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be. It's a blessing, it's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all. Yeah, all that I am, all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be. It's a blessing, it's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all.
Oh, so grateful for it all. Giving thanks for the flow of generosity in and through. Each one here and online, I give thanks that we are uplifted by the generosity that comes in through these baskets and all the many ways it comes to support the message of Centers for Spiritual Living Kauai and the Institute of Magnificent, moving in and through this community in a magnificent way. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank
The
you,
young
everyone.
masters.
The young masters are here. Come.
Uh-oh. The young masters are here. And you'll wonder why I've got a British accent,
Oh.
don't you? Tea?
That's
Tea?
fun. That was funny.
Tea.
Very good, Karen. All right, I got to get you your microphone. Hold on. This is Miss Leslie
Hi, Gina.
and Gina, who are teachers today. Yes, Miss Leslie.
Yes, we had such a marvelous day today. We did use an affirmation. Our affirmation today is, "My love makes the world beautiful." We also
nice.
made heart prints, where on the front we put our fingerprint and decorated, and on the back we put how we might show people we love them. We also did some art and played with balloons and went outside and played and had snack. It was a very busy morning.
We played soccer outside, but it was kind of chaotic. I really don't have anything to say.
Oh, that's surprising.
I know what that feels like, Beckham.
We had a lot of fun with balloons and put candy inside of them.
I give love by hugging people.
What it is?
Of heart hugging people.
Oh.
I learned a lot more about kid wrangling.
Kid wrangling.
Kid
I
wrangling.
Love it. All right. Do you have anything else to say? Yeah.
We also made a birthday card for Ruth that I'm going to go deliver tomorrow. So yay. And we made a heart print with all of our fingerprints on it. It's going to go on the banner in the front.
Beautiful.
Nice.
All right. That's the fun we had.
Yeah. And for those that came in late, Ruth Doobie, our beautiful Ruth, is celebrating her 98th birthday this weekend. So,
Yeah.
yay. All right, so let's give them their beautiful blessing. You ready? You are amazing. You are perfect. You are magnificent. And we love you.
Yeah.
Woo. Thank you, Gina. Thank you, Miss Leslie. Yeah. All right, we have a few quick announcements. Go ahead for it,
this is the
Patrick.
last week to sign up for Radical Spirituality. You can do it online. And if you are starting this week, then we'll give you the link from last week, and you can catch up that way. We are having a great time. And that is that we have a couple things coming up. In the back, we have now a whiteboard with everything that's going on. We have a calendar. We have flyers. There's no way you'll never know what's going on. And we have your weekly e-blast. And if you're not on that, tell Angela and she'll get you on it. We have a labyrinth walk this month. On Tuesday, February 21st, we have open mic. That's the only thing I really want to talk about. Open mic, there's been some confusion about it. Open mic is this. You come with something to prepare. At the door, you'll get a number. First come, first serve. We'll have some fun. It's on the 23rd. Please, it's okay to be an audience member. You
don't have to do something.
No. But there will be a time limit, and you'll find that out when you get there. We're just going to have some fun. We've been told that they've been doing it all around the island. Everybody's been saying, can you have an open mic? You have an open mic. So what you better do is be there. Because you keep asking. You keep asking for it, and I ain't going to sit there by myself. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so then the other one, we have a healing circle and sound bath. We've just been doing the sound bath monthly, and it's just been wonderful. Spiritual cinema, finally, we have our, in honor of Black History Month, it's called Behind the Movement. And it is the story of Rosa Parks. And what's really beautiful about that I did not know, and you'll know what that, Rosa Parks was the flame for Martin Luther King. And I don't know where I was in my historical thing, but it was because of that he started his work, and it was just beautiful to watch. It still got God bumps. So I know they used to call it chicken skin, but that's it. So everything else is in the back. And then March 5th, just put it on your calendar. Why? Because we're celebrating this one's birthday. 70, a decade, ending a decade and opening up a new one. There you go.
I have some sisters
Potluck,
that'll be there to
potluck.
celebrate with me.
There we go.
So we want to invite the practitioners up that are here. And every Sunday, they're here to just gift you with a spiritual mind treatment and to just know the truth for you and move some energy in your life if you're needing that. So please take advantage of the beautiful gift that they are offering today. And we have Melissa, Roseanne, and Reverend Diane. And it's good. So, all right, I think we're ready to close out. And Kyle has a new song for us. Yeah? Oh, you ready?
What's that look?
Daniel Nemad song. Some of you will recognize it. We changed the words a little bit.
I can't help it. Love makes me wanna sing. I can't help it. Love makes me wanna sing. Made me feel so good. I can do most anything. I'm loving every living thing. I can see the face of God in paupers and kings. Ooh, we're all precious, no one less or more. We've all got some treasure in store. That's why I'm loving every little thing. Come on, I can't help it. Love makes me wanna sing. I can't help it. Love makes me wanna sing. Made me feel so good. I can do most anything. I'm believing in my guiding light. No matter what comes, it always turns out right. Yeah. Just dig down to how I feel. Take a deep breath and drag the wheel. That's why I'm believing in my guiding light. You know the words now, we can't help it. You can't help it. Love makes me wanna sing. Can't help it. Love makes me wanna sing. Made me feel so good. I can do most anything. Rising to my higher place, with the wind in my back and a smile upon my face. Ooh, living my dream a little more each day. It keeps getting easier to find my way, so I'm rising to my higher place. Sing it with me, come on. I can't help it. Love makes me want to sing. Oh, we can't help it. Love makes us want to sing. Makes us feel so good. We can do anything.
Thank yous really quickly here, but not with so much love. Sue Wood, Anna Myers, Reverend Diane Decker, Kyle Benz, and Luis Padilla. Yeah, thank you. Rob Jones, Jonathan Lee, Angelica, our new intern, Ron Stover, Kristen Rollins, Roseanne Jones, and Peggy Jerry, Janice Ferez. No, actually, it isn't Janice today. It's actually Leslie and Gina. All right, but Janice, she's been with us forever. And Sue Wood and Peggy Jerry again, and Kiana for the beautiful flowers, and Angela Phillips, our administrator, and all of you for coming here today and sharing your energy. And everybody online, yeah.
Oh, we can't help it. Love makes us want to sing. We can't help it. Love makes us want to sing. Made me feel so good. I can do most anything. 'Cause I'm rising to my higher place. With the wind in my back, a smile upon my face. Woo! Living my dream a little more each day. Keeps getting easier to find my way, so I'm rising to my higher place. Sing it like you mean it, can't help it. Love makes me want to sing. I can't help it. Love makes me want to sing. Made me feel so good. I can do most anything. I can't help it. Love makes me want to sing. I can't help it. Love makes me want to sing. Made me feel so good. I can do most anything. Make us feel so good. We can do anything. Make us feel so good. We can do anything.
Aloha! Thank you! Woo, 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 woo! Mwah, mwah.
Now that's what I call a place of worship.